Cowboys owner Jerry Jones told Jarrett Bell of USA Today that there's a good chance Odell Beckham Jr. signs with them soon and will play for them in the postseason. Odell's going to join us. AJ, how about it? He left Dallas without a deal. Everybody didn't know what the expectations were when he went to a Mavericks game. All of Dallas was chanting, OBJ, OBJ, OBJ. They were recruiting the shit out of him. Then Micah Parsons came out and said, Odell told me straight up it's going to be like 5 weeks before he plays again. Jerry Jones came out and said, we didn't know what the expectation was pretty much before the conversations and before the visit happened. We know he went to Buffalo. He had a full dinner and meal with not only general manager Brandon Beane, but at Josh Allen's house. Josh Allen hosted it with Von Miller, Stephon Diggs, and the boys on a Friday night recruiting visit to Buffalo. He's been on tour. He went back to the Giants. He went to Dallas. He ran into Von down in Dallas. They've been talking a lot, and now it appears as if Odell Beckham Jr. is going to get back into a rehab structure and into a rehab schedule with the Dallas Cowboys and be ready for the postseason, which is all that matters, Odell said. When you talk about football, I mean, regular season is cool, but we're here for the playoffs. Good for Odell Beckham Jr., good for the Dallas Cowboys. This makes their team better. I can't wait to watch him, AJ. And if this is what Odell Beckham Jr.'s life is about to be, and they were alluding to a long-term deal, I wonder what this will be. Will this be another 1 year where he can just go pick another Super Bowl favorite next year, or will this be long-term? AJ, your thoughts on this helping that team, though? That team's going to get real good in the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, I think it's huge. Is it possible to pop that last one back up in the middle paragraph there? Jones didn't reveal financial details, but said he expects the star wide receiver coming off ACL surgery after being injured in Super Bowl 56 for the Los Angeles Rams will be signed to a contract for the rest of this season. So you're going to sign him here. The deal could become official, Jones maintained, after the Cowboys try winning the 5th consecutive game on Sunday at the Jacksonville Jags. So Jared's saying, hey, Monday, Tuesday, Odell's going to be on our team. He's going to be in our facility rehabbing.
Sounds like it.
Odell Beckham Jr., T.Y. Hilton. He's been working out, and, of course, he's extraordinary. Yeah. Earlier this month, it appeared that Beckham 30 and the Cowboys wouldn't strike a deal as his comeback hinged on his availability for this season. Yet, as the past week progressed, Jones indicated on multiple occasions that the team's interest had not dissipated. At least our team has great interest. It has not dissipated one bit, Jerry Jones said to somebody. Beckham also has had discussions with at least 2 other teams, the Buffalo Bills and the New York Giants, and allegedly other teams also were chatting with him. That were not announced publicly. Happy for Odell Beckham Jr. They're currently negotiating, huh? That's what you just heard?
That's what it sounds like, right? Yeah, and man, I am very curious as to what the deal looks like, not only because it's just for the rest of this season, but, yeah, what do they promise after that?
What was it, $600,000 for the rest of the year for T.Y. guaranteed, up to $1.5 million in incentives. We are going into Week 15 right now, okay? So that'll be Week 16, Week 17, Week 18. Then they'll have the divisional round. They won't be in the wild card, right?
Yeah,
maybe, yeah.
Cowboys
will be in the wild card, then divisional round, then championship, and then Super Bowl. 7 games. Not a bad deal there for T.Y. if he fucking goes and eats. I wonder what Odell Beckham Jr.'s will be.
Yeah,
Incentive laden.
Will it be anything past this season? Do you think? Oh. Does he want anything past this season?
That's what he said. Yeah.
Does he want it?
So if I'm him, I wouldn't. Didn't he say he wanted something long term?
Yeah,
no,
he said he wanted like a 2 or 3 year.
No. If he feels good out and he thinks the team he's going to go to is good.
Well, that's what he did with the Rams too. Is that the incentives weren't personal incentives; they were all team incentives. So like them going to the divisional round and the NFC Championship, and even just going to the Super Bowl, he got bonuses for all that.
Well, at this point, it doesn't really matter, though, either, right? I mean, because if he comes and plays in the playoffs and fucking goes scorched earth, then, like, he's probably still going to have his pick of the litter.
That's why I would think he would just want to play, say, hey, all right, I'll sign for the rest of this season, and then I'm going to be a free agent after I hopefully do the same thing and I don't tear my ACL.
Right.
Right?
I agree with you, AJ, yeah. If I'm him, and this is just me looking from the outside in, and we're all, like, I'm dumber. I don't know shit about fuck, So, like, they don't take me for saying anything. Like, if I was in Odell Beckham Jr.'s position, why not every year, for as long as you can be good, just be an additive to a team that's on a playoff run? Because all anybody wants is Super Bowl rings at the stage of the career that you get to. Now, there's a lot to be said about guys who are on one team for their entire careers. There's a lot to be said about, like, loving the whole process of training camp and everything. I understand that, okay? I very much understand that, and that's part of football too, and people will love it. But if Odell Beckham Jr. has the ability every single year just to see what team's worth a fuck and what team isn't, so that the games in December and January matter, and sign on with them whenever the ratings are at their absolute highest. And if he has the ability to be a great teammate everywhere, which I understand that has been called into question whenever he was younger, but nobody really that we've ever heard speak said he's not a great teammate. So, like, I think he's probably an incredible teammate. So just want to bury that narrative. If he's an incredible, everybody has respect for, I think everybody's a fan of his in the NFL.
like it.
You know, I think there's a lot of people that are just fans of him as well. There's probably dudes that fucking hate him. Let's be honest. There's probably guys that are like, this guy, who cares about this guy? There's probably that out there. But a large 90% of the NFL, I think, is fans of Odell Beckham Jr. So if he was to come to their team, they'd be excited. This guy could potentially be babyface with every franchise. Like that is such an interesting. The winning franchises, he's babyface. So what will he's ring chasing, which is guys do all the time. What would be the knock on that? I wonder. Just not long-term security money.
Yeah, I was gonna say long-term. Like you guys know, like would it be weird going into a different locker room each year and then having to find a new apartment or whatever each year, and like you said, the long-term money, guaranteed money, security, stuff like that.
The only long-term money thing that would be like, okay, let's say Odell doesn't get a long-term deal just the rest of the season, and the worry would be I get hurt the third game there, and then all of a sudden I'm a free agent and I didn't get to show anything of what I still have.
Well, also if you're not coming in until whatever week he's coming in each year, you're missing half the season in game checks too, right?
Yeah, which I mean, I don't know if he plans on doing that every single year, but it's almost. Remember Roger Clemens?
Why not?
For years, didn't Raj wouldn't travel to away games if he wasn't pitching.
Oh yeah,
I remember reading stuff like that, right? For a long time, I think.
For Odell too, it's also the
Roger Clemens stuff. Is Odell going to be that guy? Okay, I'm gonna come join the playoff team and kind of just pick and choose what I do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he's one of the only humans in history that might be able to pull this off.
What was that, Con?
I was going to say, I mean, Von Miller mentioned it. Like, it's not so much just the contract. It's like, hey, the other, notoriety and the publicity you get for playing for the Cowboys and the Rams and the Giants in these massive markets,
Cleveland.
Cleveland, of course. That's not counted in the contract, and you can't really put a dollar sign value on that, but that obviously, helps him a lot for playing for those types of teams.
And Jerry Jones, let's say Odell steps in there and he starts playing well. Can you imagine the post-game scrums with the media and Jerry?
Yeah.
Jerry's going to be smiling, he is going to be so
We knew
pumped.
he had it.
Exactly, telling us exactly how much of
What
a
a
genius he
great-
really is.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see him work out that first time, and I wonder why. And really, deep down in my soul, I was wondering, maybe this guy looks too good right now, doesn't want to show us, you know what I mean, for negotiation reasons. So that's kind of how that whole thing turned. I was never questioning how good he was going to be, how healthy he was going to be. He's fucking Odell Beckham Jr. So, Odell, you want to speak for yourself? And Odell comes in, this man, like a fool. That'll be, I can see it. That'll be quite a scene.
We look for him to sign then, right? In the next after this weekend,
Yeah.
it sounds
after
like.
the game. Yeah. Ty and OBJ, same week.
Nice little
Let's
haul.
go. Add weapons.
Is Ty going to be thrust in the lineup right away?
Probably.
I'd assume 600,000 guaranteed the rest of the way.
Yeah,
I think they're getting.
Run
I
a
believe they said there's a
15-yard
very
drive.
good chance he's playing Sunday.
I think they might be getting James Washington, the Steelers wide receiver, who they picked up this offseason, back soon because he got hurt in.
And the rich get richer, don't they, Tone?
Yeah,
That's what they say?
Well said.